Good afternoon. Welcome to Carol's Books and Storytime. We're sitting here in my garden and I'm going to tell you the parable of Sylvine and her goats. And I'm retelling it because I heard it from somebody else. So, well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. It's a story that it was told many hundreds of years ago about people being given money and how faithful they were in using it. How to recycle a goat. What on earth, I said to myself as I opened the centerfold of the newspaper and saw there a red circular pamphlet with the bold title, How to Recycle a Goat, emblazoned across the photo of a child with 3 goats. How unusual. I thought the circular flyer was. What a clever idea. And on further investigation, I discovered it had been produced by a charity, Christian Aid, who do a sterling work in third world countries. And I now share with you the story that I found inside. The parable of Sylvine and her goat. Sylvine lives in Rwanda, one of the poorest countries in the world. At just 9 years old, she lost both her parents and had to become parent to her younger sisters and 3-year-old brother. Despite being very poor, the family of 4 children found it a hard struggle to find food to eat. When Christian Aid Partners charity in Rwanda found them, they were living in a tiny hut constructed from a banana tree. They were hungry and they were in desperate need. Then help came in a surprising form. Sylvine was given a loan, not of money, but of 2 goats. Why goats, you may ask? The reason is as follows. Goats produce manure, which Sylvine used to fertilize her family's small plot of land. As a result, the crops she grew were more plentiful and healthier than the first time in years. And for the first time in years, Sylvine and her siblings had enough to eat. The goats also produced 3 baby goats. The first 2 baby goats were returned to Christian Aid Partner to repay the original loan. This meant that Sylvine could keep the original goats, which continued to provide her with manure and milk. She was able to sell the remaining kid and by doing so raise enough money to send her siblings to school for 1 year. But more important still, the goat could do even more. The Christian Aid charity partner was able to lend the new goats to another group, so more people were helped. The one gift of 2 goats was recycled and went on, helping people in desperate need. Jesus told a story in Matthew 25 about talents. A rich man had to go on a journey to a far-off country, but before he left, he called his servants to him. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to the last one 1 talent. The first 2 servants doubled the talents they'd been given, but the third servant hid the 1 talent and did nothing with it. And when the master returned, he called the 3 servants to him to give an account of what they had done with the money. He was delighted to find that the first and second servant had doubled the amount of money entrusted to their care. But he was angry to find that the third servant had done nothing whatsoever with the loan. To the first 2 he said, "Well done, you are good and you are faithful servants. You've been faithful with a few things. I'm going to put you in charge of many things. Come and share my happiness." Now the 2 goats was a small gift to give Sylvine, but it achieved a lot. Sylvine received 2 goats worth £24, and with them she did much. And in due time Sylvine repaid the loan, and so the parable goes on. £12 buys a goat that can be used to help transform lives like Sylvine's. We in the West have so much, but there are people out there like Sylvine who are struggling and who do need our help. Not handouts, but loans. Sylvine has the will to provide for her family. Christian Aid supplied the means. Won't you today help people like Sylvine to provide for themselves? We have so much. Won't you give a little back?